Hey everybody, welcome to T. Roy Cooks. Appreciate you joining. Today I'm going to show you how to fire up your Weber Smoky Mountain for a 400 degree, hot and fast brisket cook. It's going to be fantastic. Y'all stick around.
T. Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, cooking up some barbecue for you. T. Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with a beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
All right, first we need to get some coals going. I got this B&B lump charcoal here, 20-pound bag. This is some oak. And what you need to do is fill up one of these full chimneys right here with this lump. We got one of these tumbleweeds under here. We're just gonna fire it up. Like that. Maybe asking why I'm using lump. I'm using lump because it produces a lot more BTUs than regular charcoal briquettes. You get a lot more heat out of it. And again, we're going to be cooking close to 400 degrees on the Weber Smoky Mountain, which you normally wouldn't do. But today, we're going to do it. We're going to do it right. I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, another little modification I got here to help make your lump charcoal burn even longer than it normally would. I've got this this charcoal basket made by Arbor Fabricating. Folks, anything I mentioned in the video, I'll put links down below for you. But stainless steel, I've had this thing for a few years now, and it works fabulous, folks. I believe you got a promo code. You can get your little discount on that. Using my link. Let's go ahead and fill this basket up. I'm going to use the rest of this bag of charcoal, folks. Something like that. There you go. All right, now instead of using the minion method, when those charcoals over there get hot, I'm going to sprinkle the hot charcoal all around here so that it all gets hot. All right. Now another little product that I've got that I'm trying out here for the first time. Y'all seen me maybe use a sample of it, you know, once before, but they actually sent me the full set of it. This is from Heat Shield Products, folks. This is an insulating blanket. As you can see, it's shaped like the lid of your Weber Smoky Mountain. That's because that's what this fits on. And it's nice, thick. I'm telling you what, man, my parents were in the upholstery business, and this looks like it's a hand-sewn job. Very good quality, folks, very good quality. And this is the same kind of stuff you would put on your headers or your heads for your motors and stuff. I believe it's the same kind of insulation. So it really keeps stuff hot or cold, however you want to keep it. We're going to keep this Weber Smoky Mountain hot with this insulating blanket. Let me show you how it goes on. All right, and again, this is the first time I'm using this particular one. It's got a hole back here for your vent. It's got a hole in the front for your dial. Got Velcro to help you put it on. Get it fitted right. Oh, look at it, baby. Fits like a glove. Now, when you get yours, and I'll put a link down below for you, but when you get yours, you're going to see that the yep, there you go, just like that, folks. You're going to see that the hole on yours is going to be a smaller one because it was originally designed to fit the original temperature gauge that comes on the Weber Smoky Mountain. You know, it's about 2 inch or whatever. Let me show you how we're going to put the bottom on. There we go, just like that, folks. And again, it's got a Velcro. It's got a spot right here for your door, so you know how it goes on. Now, I may be able to fit this thing around like this. Let's see. See if I can get her on there. Come on. Nope, I might have done Velcro. There you go. Make it easy on yourself there, T-Roy. Something like that. There we go. Just like that. And just like that. There you go, folks. That's all she wrote. Just like that. So now we've got insulated Weber Smoky Mountain. All right, you see I got my brisket back over here. I'll show you that here in a second. Let's go ahead and mix our rub up while we're waiting on the charcoals to get hot. It's just a straight salt and pepper rub, folks. That's all I'm putting in here. Going straight Texas style. And I'm not really measuring. All right, there's one. There's two. There's three. All right, 3 salt. I'm gonna put, I don't know, 4 or 5 pepper. There's 1, 2. That's 3.5. 4, a little bit more. There you go. I like pepper. All right. And this is a big old roast, folks. It can handle it. Give this a good mix up real quick. All right, let's get our brisket up here and let's take a look at the brisket that we're using today. Today's brisket, brought to you by my local HEB. USDA choice, folks. We're cooking choice today. And this is a 11.75 pound, it's almost 12 pound brisket. It's already been trimmed, really close. In fact, it says up here, you see, yeah, a whole special trim, beef brisket whole special trim, decal fat has already been removed. So this is a good looking brisket, folks. You need you a good knife to trim your brisket with. I like this Dalstrong Gladiator series. It's a flexible knife. As you can see, it doesn't have a whole lot of bend, but it will bend. It helps get around, you know, the curves of a brisket, okay? So I'm just gonna get this baby trimmed up here. In fact, I'm just gonna cut this piece right here off. I don't want that. There you go. Save this for later on. For you can make you a nice soup or something with that, folks. So anyway, I'm just gonna go through here and get it pretty close. I'm still gonna leave some fat on because we want some fat to protect the brisket. And we're gonna be cooking fat side down because the heat is coming from the bottom. We're not gonna use the water pan. So let me get this trimmed up, folks. I will bring y'all right back and then we'll season it up. All right, I got it trimmed up pretty good. And as y'all know, I like to go in with a little bit of BBQoozie Worcestershire sauce. That's gonna be my binder. Coat it all over. Nice, healthy coating on there. All right, again, give it a good mix because, man, that salt separates from the pepper and the salt will wind up in the bottom if you're not too careful. So make sure you mix it up real good on your salt and pepper blend. And y'all know how to put rub on brisket too, so I ain't gonna bore you with all this. We'll catch y'all back when we're outside fixing to put the charcoal in the Weber Smoky Mountain. All right, I think my charcoal lump over here is ready to be put on my Weber Smoky Mountain. I went ahead and put some hickory chunks in here. Just space them however you want, folks. Doesn't matter. Let's get some of this charcoal in here. Again, try to spread it evenly all over. Like that. All right, now let's put the Weber Smoky Mountain together. So we're not using a water pan, we're just going to put the brisket directly on the charcoal grate, fat side down, and I'll bring you back here in a little bit once I'm putting the brisket on. I'm going to let this get up to about 400 degrees before I put the brisket on. So you know when you're barbecuing and you try to get away from the smoke, and no matter where you move, that smoke is in your face? That's what's happening right now. We're about 350 on temperature gauge there. Oh, let me show you real quick. I noticed this thing wasn't fitting quite the way I knew it should fit, this top. I figured out I had it on backwards, folks. This label, Heat Shield Products, this should go in the front. So it's on the front down here and it's on the front here. And the way that they made mine, it's made to fit around this big dial right here. So they just put a Velcro strap right there. And it's got this big hole back here for the vent. It's got a little cutout right here for your handle. That's actually how I figured out that I had it on backwards. This cutout right here, I was like, man, that cutout needs to be where the handle is. So I figured I got it on backwards. Put it on the other way like this. Works great, folks. What else? Oh, all my vents are wide open. We're just going to leave all the vents wide open, in fact. We're just going to cruise at whatever temp this thing wants to run. About 2 or 3 years ago is when I went to Justin, Baby Back Maniac's house. And we had James there and Kenneth from What's New Barbecue. We had Harry Sue from Slap Yo Daddy Barbecue. Anyway, Harry Sue was showing all of us how to cook hot and fast. He said that that's the going trend on the barbecue circuit right now.
people cooking briskets hot and fast because it's quick. You know, you don't have to stay up all night and do a long cook if you don't want to. You get a little bit more grilled flavor from what I remember because you are cooking directly over the charcoal for a good portion of the cook. But anyway, it worked out fabulous. We're going to do it here again for you, and I know it's going to be fantastic, folks. I'm sitting right about 375 right here. That first mark is 400 in the white, and this is 350, so we're right on that line is 375. We're real close. I'm going to go ahead and scrape down my grill and put this brisket on. There we go. Brisket time, baby. Another trick Harry Sue showed us. Get you a lump of wood right here. Kind of put that in the middle. Well, maybe on one side. Like that, kind of. Let's do it like that. We're going fat side down. Where'd that smoke get to you? Now, if you notice, what I'm doing here with that block of wood is creating a hump right here so that brisket, usually the flat will puddle some liquid in there, right in the middle here, and that'll mess with your bark. So to prevent that, all you have to do is get you a block of wood, sit your brisket under it, or on top of it. And that's how we roll, baby. That's how we do it. Whew, all on that smoke getting to me. All right, put the lid back on this baby. Put the lid on, and we're gonna let that baby cook. We'll go about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. You need to rotate it 90 degrees. I'll bring you back out when I do that for the first time. I'm gonna go half an hour on rotations, and the reason you do that is because your fire is uneven beneath the brisket. So by rotating the brisket, you get a more even cook on the brisket, okay? All right, folks, it's only been about 15 minutes, but I decided to come out here and check on this brisket. I'm cruising right now at 425, a little over 425. So just to let you know, this insulation, a charcoal basket, and using lump, folks, that's a good combination right there if you want to cook some hot and fast. Now, let me show you what I was going to show you here after 30 minutes, but I'll go ahead and do it right now. Get you some gloves on too, Roy. I want to be burning them little paws down there, man. Let's see. Right. Woo, Lord. Just give a 90-degree turn, like that. And remember which way you're going. I'm going clockwise. That's what it's looking like after 15 minutes. Let this baby keep cranking out some good food. She's looking good, man. We'll catch y'all back here in about the 2-hour mark. We'll check on the bark. All right, guys, we're an hour and a half in right now. She's been cruising 450 to 475 the whole first hour. What I did to try to dial it back just a hair, I closed all of the bottom vents and just closed them down to 1/2 of what they would normally be open. Yeah, man, this thing's cruising right along, man. But if you have trouble keeping yours at 400, that's fine. I've cooked at 350 with a brisket hot and fast. Took right at 5 hours still, but just depends on your cooker, man, and what kind of fuel you're using. Time to rotate this baby around. Again, we're an hour and a half in. Just give her a quick little 90-degree turn. And we will bring you right back here. Let's check it again. Oh, let's check it about 2.5 hour mark. So we'll be back shortly. We need to pull this brisket off. It's been right at 3 hours. Let's go ahead and grab this and pull it off. And I'll tell you what, sorry about that. Oh, the Weber Smoky Mountain performed phenomenally today with the insulated blankets on it and using the lump. Ooh, Lord, I'll show you here in a little bit, but I still got plenty of lump left. All right, let's remove our piece of wood right here. It's time to wrap this thing, man. 3 hours in, she's looking really nice. So what I'm gonna do, oh, I forgot to mention too, I don't know if you can see or not, it's really plumped up, folks. When this thing cooks hot and fast, you will see it swell in thickness and shrink in the length. That's common, so don't worry about that. Don't freak out. And this smells like I've been grilling steak, folks. This is smelling really nice. All right, leave it fat side down. I'm gonna put it in some foil. Sorry guys, neighbors are cutting grass and weed eating and stuff over here. Just wanted to show you though, this bark, it's not coming off. That's what you're looking for. And I like I left it on an extra hour. I usually put it off about 2.5 hours, but I left it on an extra hour to get that dark color. I love that dark color. But you know, cook it to where it looks the way you want it on the outside, and your crust is not coming off on your finger. So, shiny side in, heavy duty foil. Let's get it wrapped up. I didn't spray this or spritz it or anything during the cook, but I am going to add a little bit of water right here. I don't want to mess up that bark too much. I'm just going with maybe 1/4 cup of water or so. Not like that, folks. Let's close up this end here. All right, now on my pit, I need to get them temps down a little bit. So what we need, yeah, I cut myself, doggone it. How about that? Guess it was the foil. Anyway, we need to get this temp down inside the cooker. So I'm gonna close all the vents just temporarily to get it down to about 300, 325. And we'll bring you back. It should take about a half hour. We'll bring you back then and we'll put the brisket back on. It's been a half hour. I'm still 425 over here. Right now all the vents are closed except this top one is open. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing down a little bit further. It's man, it's hard to believe this Smoky Mountains staying where it is, but I attribute that to the installation, which I just took off. Let's see if we can drop these, you know, tone those coals down a little bit by just closing them vents, kind of depriving them of the oxygen. So hopefully it'll die down a little bit. If not, we can always cook it in the oven because it's wrapped. It ain't gonna get no more smoke anyway. So bring y'all back here when this thing simmers down a little bit, or until I'm tired of waiting, and throw it in the oven. All right, I got her down to about 3 1/4, 325, somewhere in there. Let's go ahead and put this brisket back on. And we're still fat side down, all right? At this point, what I like to do, I like to stick a couple of probes from my Thermalworks smoke. Stick them, one in the point, stick one in the flat. Let's see, all right, so the flat's gonna be on, this is the X4 smoke. It's got 4 probes, I'm just using 2 of them. I don't need to monitor the pit itself, but I'm gonna put a probe, there you go. See, it's still pretty tight. When I'm doing that probe test, it's still pretty tight. And it has cooled off a little bit, 192, 194, 95, somewhere in there. So we're just gonna put the lid back on. Let's keep cooking this baby. And I've got the temp set on the smoke for 210. Probably can't see it, but it's set for 210 on both probes. We're just gonna rock and roll. I'll monitor it in the house, and we'll check y'all back here in a little bit when it gets to 210. All right, we're rocking 325, which is fine. That's perfectly cool. I was just fixing to come let you know. My temp set at 210, so let's hit this. There you go. All right. Oh, got the main unit over here. There you go. Just press any button to kill the alarm. But 210.0, 209.1. I've always found that when I do a hot and fast brisket, you get real close temps between the flat and the point. Okay. So we're at 210 now. Let's go ahead and probe it. Let's see what she looks like. Oh, and did I mention we're at the 4.5 hour mark, guys? That's pretty hot. Let me grab me a little towel. Let's take a look. All right, and I just like to probe it on this flat. Oh man, that is super tender, y'all. That's another thing I learned from Harry Sue. If you poke one hole, you can go in numerous directions with one hole. Okay. That's tender. Let's check the point. Oh my God. Whew. Load up. I hope that ain't overcooked. Where are we at? Let's see. See if y'all can see that. 209. Gotta love a thermal pin, man. 208. There you go. And this one, 209, 210. Folks, this thing's ready to pull off. It's super tender. It's probing tender. Should probe like you're going through a room temperature butter. Then I'm gonna pull this brisket off. So what I need to do is disconnect the Thermalworks smoke. Okay, let these cool off. Don't touch them. And then we can turn all the Thermalworks smoke off. We're gonna let this rest on my cutting board. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna open this baby up on the end here, kind of tint that up a little bit, and let some of that heat escape. And then we're gonna let it sit for at least 1 hour, preferably 2 or more. But I'm gonna let this thing vent, and then after about 15-20 minutes I'll close it back up and we'll let it rest for a couple hours, and we'll bring it back when we're slicing it. This is a great looking bark. I like my dark barks. But let's go ahead and see if we can cut into it. This is the flat section, this is the point. I'm just gonna cut it right here in the middle, and it's kind of tightening up a little bit because yeah, we'll cut there. Kind of cutting through some heavy bark here, so bear with me. When you cook it hot and fast, your bark will get, especially on the bottom, it will get pretty tough, so just bear that in mind. But folks, there you go. That's our brisket cut open right there. And again, that bottom where the fat is, that's facing the heat, that's going to actually be some it's going to be some tough stuff sometimes. Not so much on this one. It's actually pretty good. But there you go. There's some of the flat. Put that up here. There you go. All right, now for the point, we're going to cut it at a 90-degree angle here. Oh yeah, it's crunchy, man. Come on, y'all. Cut loose, cut loose. There we go. The dog's fixing to go nuts. They thought that piece right there was gonna fly off the floor. Sure. All right, now let's cut us these a little bit thicker slices here, because this is the point. Woo. Oh. Just like that, guys. If you're wondering about the bottom, I know y'all probably are. Here you go. Here's the bottom. That's what the bottom looks like. All right. There you go. It's the flat. There's the top. Now, let's get the point section here. Again, the top. Got some nice juiciness there. I'm not squeezing it or anything. I'm just showing you. And the bottom. There you go. So this fat protected this brisket when it was directly over the heat. Now, let's give these a try, folks. See what you think. Karen, why don't you come over here and get you some, honey? All right. There you go. Try this out here. Hang on, let me cut a little bit more off of there. I still feel a little bit of fat on there. Karen don't want no fat.
I don't want no fat.
All right, get you some of that, baby.
Okay. Let me see.
So what you think? And I haven't tried this yet, so. Is it worth eating?
It's delicious. Wrap up this video so I can eat.
All right, folks, there you go. Pulls apart like it should. And of course, I'm serious. I probably overcooked this a little bit, but gotta love that bark on there, man. All right. All right, for the taste test, here you go. There's some of the flat. There you go. Man, I love that dark bark, man. I'm telling you. You gotta give this a shot. It's good stuff. You know, for a choice brisket, flat is actually pretty good. It's not dry, you know. It's not overly cooked. It's actually really good.
It's delicious.
It is. And I got one of these from the point in. Again, bark is tremendous. I'm really loving that mix of the salt and pepper.
Me too.
I get that hint of the black pepper in the background, just, you know, at the back of my tongue, and it's not over salty. So, folks, that's a good mixture. Give that a try. That point, you'd have thought you cooked this for like 12 hours. This is good, real good. Appreciate y'all joining me on this one. Folks, if I've helped you, please help me keep coming to you. Check out the links down below. You get you some promo codes down there, and it helps old T-Roy Cooks over here help me keep adding for some camera equipment and lighting and mics and stuff like that. So I appreciate any help y'all can get. But I'm sure my fans will enjoy the products that I use too. So again, links down below. Check them out. Folks, so y'all like this kind of stuff? Hope you give me a thumbs up. If you're not subbed, go ahead and subscribe. Hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all your friends that T-Roy Cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody.